Alright, we're back. Now that we got the crystal, now we proceed to the next area, which is the pit. But first, we're gonna do this quick little side mission, just cause, why not? We're already fucking here. Yeah, so basically here, all we gotta do is just destroy all the robots here in the food supply area. It's really easy. Yeah, it's really simple actually. Like I said earlier in the last part, like the later in the game, the robots are going to be more and more difficult to take out. So the best way to level up yourself is to get more power glyphs. You know, some of them give you different abilities, like a stronger homing attack, a stronger hammer swing, a stronger fist attack, etc. So don't think that all these missions don't have a purpose. They do. You know, because, you know, there are some that are kind of not too cryptic, like the one where you gotta get medicine for the sick workers. Like, that one's a little bit difficult because you gotta hydro dash around the area. You know, but other than that, they're not too difficult. You know, just look at a YouTube guide to see where all the missions are. That way you can power yourself up by the time you get to the end game stuff. Because like I said, those giant fucking mook enemies, you're gonna see them from here on forward, and some of them do crazy damage. So, you know, keep that in mind, because every time you lose a life, you're always gonna start with 20 or 30 rings, depending if you got the power glyphs to begin with. And every time, you know, it's gonna be harder to farm rings, so you gotta be unaware of that. And a lot of these robots take more hits to take out. Not just the traditional robots with swords. Now you have gold robots, some that can shoot projectiles. So this is basically a gauntlet match, because what's in store ahead is gonna be very difficult, you know, mook enemies. So just try to keep that in mind. So why not? I mean, this mission's simple and all that, so might as well show it off before we head to the next area. Yeah, now the good thing is that this mission, of course, you have all 4 players with you, so take advantage of that. Some missions, you know, you can only use maybe 2 players. Some you can only use maybe 1. So when you have an opportunity to use all 4, you know, go ahead, you know, go for it, because the other 3 AI characters will take out the enemies also. So don't think that you have to take out all the enemies yourself, unless, you know, you want glory, which is fine and all, but, you know, the AI does the best job too. Yeah, so we've already got the sun crystal, so that's 2 crystals. So now we're gonna go after another crystal, but we're just gonna take a little sidetrack here for right now. Like I said, I mean, I want to show off everything I can at this point, because you're probably wondering, like, you know, as the game's gonna progress harder, you know, there are other power glyphs you could get to power yourself up. And in a little while, when we get to the other half of the island, I will show off, you know, the device you need to have if you want to transfer your shattered crystal data, so you can start off with 200 rings.
The robots are all cooked.
But that was an easy mission, so now we get our reward.
Thank you. I want to give you something. I thought I won a medal for my cooking. Sadly,
Yeah, so let's see, which one are we gonna take this time?
that doesn't make it any less special as a reward. Here, take it.
Alright, what do we get? Yeah, see, like, you have different abilities here and there. Yeah, it's kind of odd that it gives you the option to equip them if you want to or not. I mean, I guess that's good and all. Like, I guess some people don't want to equip them, but why would you not want to equip them? Like, you worked hard to get your items. You should equip them.
That is cool.
There we go.
Crystals are pretty cool. Knuckles approves.
Alright, now we go to the pit to get our 3rd crystal. Yeah, so normally I don't like showing off the hub worlds, but for the sake of this Let's Play, I will show off a few, because after this area, we're gonna go to the other half of the island, so we might as well. You know, I don't like to cut corners here and there. I mean, I will sometimes just jump cut to the next area, but here, I don't mind it. And of course, we have another gauntlet match right here. Now, this one is not for a power glyph. This is kind of a mandatory mission right here, where we gotta destroy a lot of robots in order to get parts for the boat. Now, the one thing I don't like about this mission here is you gotta go to 3 specific regions to take out robots, and nothing in the game tells you where they're at. So, you're basically, you know, like the 3rd area is kind of like an isolated area where you have to go up a high path and use the enter beam. Like, I know it encourages exploration, I understand that, but it would have been useful if they would have told us which area to go. You know, and that's the one thing that the Sonicboom really lacks is a navigation feature. Now, I know we have the map to compensate for that. That's true and all, but when it comes to missions like these, nothing in the game tells you where to go. But I guess it's self-explanatory, so I can't fault the game for that.
Yeah, love it. I found the first one.
All right, so yeah, so it's just basically 3 regions we have to go to. It's not really that hard, but my first time playing this game, you know, I didn't look at a guide because I just wanted to be a maverick and try to figure this shit out on my own. Because remember, this game is really catered towards kids when you think about it, so how the hell are they supposed to figure this shit out without looking at a YouTube guide? Alright. Yeah, so right here, I mean, doing just combat, so just use Knuckles and Sonic just to make the process a lot faster. Yeah, like Knuckles has the best combat moveset. You know, nice uppercut right there. And yeah, like I said, the Knuckles glitch. If you don't know what I'm talking about, when Knuckles does that headstand attack into a jump, like you just showed off a few seconds ago, you have to do that like almost 30 times while hitting the pause menu repeatedly. And you jump so high, you can actually skip levels with that. You know, there are YouTube videos on how to do that glitch. However, the game got patched, so if you when you play the game, you can do the glitch as long as you don't download the patch with it. Because the patch really doesn't do much to the game. I mean, it just fixes a few glitches here and there. I mean, the game was really a buggy mess when it came out, but at least it got patched, so it's a little bit stable, but you can't pull off that glitch, and why would you want to pull off that glitch? Just so you could beat the game in less than an hour? Like, come on, this isn't an open world game. At least, you know, it could be beaten in 6, 7, or 8 hours, depending on, you know, the patience you have. That's more than I could say about fucking Forces. Alright, this is basically the last gauntlet area. And I just figured out right now that I guess the way you could tell which area to go to is to look at the floor surroundings, because the rock patterns you see right there, they're all the same. So I guess that tells you where to go. Like you have different shades of rock right here on the floor. So I guess that makes sense. I didn't figure that out my first time, but oh well. And obviously this area is the hardest because you have those enemies right there that do their rolling attack and they have invulnerability if you let them live too long. So take them out as quickly as possible. Yeah, but like I said, I mean, but
Nice work, Sonic.
yeah, but all right, we finished. All right, so now we're gonna basically go to the boat area.
Okay, stay calm. No need to panic. Just
Alright, here we are. Now this part right here, if you have 4 players, this area is basically a cakewalk. Like, there's no excuse you should even get hit. Well, maybe not hit, but at least not have any issues. Now for this part, I would recommend you use Sonic, which is the water cannon, because that's going to be obviously the best solution. Tails has like a giant gun. Amy has an ice mine, and Knuckles shoots projectiles, although he shoots projectiles too, but in order to control Knuckles, you need to have all 4 players at the same time.
They're firing straight at me! Do something!
Yeah, so so Sonic's water wave is the easiest way to do that.
Alright, any ideas?
Because it has a big hitbox, and not only that, but it's a lot safer to use. Now you could use Tails as missiles like I'm doing right now, but the problem is the hitbox isn't that big when you have to deal with these smaller projectiles. Unless you want to aim for the middle and then back up quickly, then I guess that could work. But the water cannon does the job too. Amy's ice wave, it doesn't destroy the enemies, just straight up freezes them, so that one is honestly not the best weapon to use, so just stick with the water cannon and you're good to go. And we'll catch up with Eggman right now, cause why not? Yeah, he'll show up right now after this. So this is basically a mini gauntlet. Like, okay, now you're probably wondering, like, aren't you getting a little bit, you know, fed up with the gimmicks already? Like, this is just, you know, it's not cheap padding because we have to take this boat to get to the next area. And that means we have to take out, you know, certain enemies, obstacles, you know, like, things that are shooting at us. It makes sense for it. It's warranted. You know, it makes perfect sense. You see, we get through this area and we go across. It's basically like a security system when you think about it. See? And here comes Eggman, of course. Yeah, so now we got exploding mines in our way. So now the patterns of these mines are shooting at us at a different angle. So you really gotta get your aim has to be really good now, because that other area was nothing but a tutorial when you think about it.
Stand still. I can't hit you.
And of course, Eggman gets in the fucking way, typical. So, well, you gotta put a threat in the game, because without Eggman being in the way, this area is not really that much of a threat when you think about it. Alright, so we got only 2 more sections and then we're done. Alright. Just be careful. Just be careful with these mines. They go off if you get too close. You gotta love it. Alright, take out one more. Where the hell is it? Oh, they're over there. You gotta love how they spawn over there. I don't even know why Eggman's even here. His aim is so shitty. I don't even think you'll get hit by it. Like, the hitbox from his bomb attack is really small when you think about it. Alright. Alright, I think this should be the last one, so... a second to last one when you think about it.
Stand still. I can't hit you.
Alright, come on, come on. Damn it, Knuckles! Well, then again, I'm the one who's driving this damn thing.
Here I am.
Alright. One more should do it. Alright, I need some rings here. Okay, now Eggman's patterns are sporadic now, because now he's firing at a different angle now, because before he was only firing two bombs. Now he's firing up to 5, but they're shooting at an obscure angle. It's okay. Like I said, why can't we shoot Eggman? What the fuck? Like, seriously, like, you know, I always want to get to a point where Eggman's always shooting at us. I just want to get it to a point where, you know... Alright, here comes the home stretch, basically. It's easy to dodge. Well, as I say that, I get fucking hit.
Take that. Can't outrun. No.
Oh, I wanted to shoot him, but oh well. Yeah, so basically, I'll see you when we get to the next area. So the next area, we're gonna go down the pit. And they do survive, because come on. It's Sonic. You can basically survive anything. So I'll see you after I'll see you in the next area. Alright, peace.
Excuse me, your scaliness. I've got good news and bad news.
You don't seem to be holding a map.
And now that we've got the bad news out of the way, the good news is I killed our mortal enemy, Sonic, and his stupid friends.
I expected you to fail. Doesn't matter. My Drillo worms are hard at work searching for crystals. We'll have the first one soon.